Alright, welcome to Just Magic the Gathering. I was looking to do some pack openings. I have 9 packs. If I rounded that up to 12, I could get my next complete full ring. And that's basically what I was looking to do. I was really questioning, like, what did I want to do? Potentially save my coins, because... or even what kind of packs do I want to open? Because if I'm looking to buy 3 packs, do I want to go for the 3 Lorwyn? Or I am, in a way, trying to fill out my set of Tarkir, just because there's an achievement for it, and that's the one that I initially, I guess, picked. So I was going to just pick up 3 packs of Tarkir. And then... if I just open all of these, there shouldn't be a lot here that is new. I got my 1 uncommon there, 2 uncommons here, and only 1 common. At this point, nothing new. I got 2 news, though. Haste. When this creature enters, creatures you control gain trample and get XX until end of turn, where X is the number of creatures you control. Craterhoof Behemoth as a mythic. I was only missing, I think, 4 mythics from this entire set, so I think that actually drops me down to having 2, which I really like seeing. Flurry. Whenever you cast your second spell, copy it, then exile the spell you cast with 4 time counters on it. If it doesn't have suspend, it gains suspend. And I should look into the suspend mechanic. Somebody played that against me the other day, and I did not understand it correctly. Or just look at what other cards have suspend, because yeah, that's actually pretty nice. Duplicates it, and you get to cast it again at a later turn. Moving on, though. So, I was going to say something about the 3 Omenpaths. Those 5 packs are probably going to be a little bit longer to open the long leg. So I'm pretty sure that was 2 commons. I should have just actually hovered over my thing so it's easier to do. Pretty sure that's 2 commons, 3 uncommons, and now the rare... only 3 firsts. I have a very rogue. For 2, I get a flyer. Whenever you cast a spell during the opponent's turn, I get a surveil. It's kind of handy. Bloodline Bidding. This is the one that I actually had in the Phantom jump in. Convoke, choose a creature type, return all creature cards from the graveyard of the battlefield. That's what I was using for my goblins. And a Goblin Sorcerer, Vivid. At the beginning of your first main phase, reveal cards from the top of your library until you reveal X non-land cards, where X is the number of colors among permanents you control. For each of those colors, you may exile a card of that color from among the revealed cards, then shuffle. You may then cast the exiled cards this turn. So I kind of like it, but you need a bunch of mana, because it costs 4 to bring it out, and then let's say you can pull 3 cards, you can only cast like 1 of the 3, or I'm not really sure how much I like that. Even if you're doing a dual color deck. I don't know. I'll have to think about it. And through the Omenpaths, in a way I expect a few of these to be new. 2 rares. Got my 4th. Uncommon. Merciless Enforcers, lifelink. For 4, it deals 1 damage to each opponent. Ozar. As long as there are 8 or more cards in your graveyard, he becomes an 8/8. As long as you control another villain, he has hexproof. It's kind of conditional on a couple ways. Knife Trick is an additional cost. You can discard a card or pay 2. So for 3, you can do 3 damage to a single target, or you can discard and do it cheap. At the beginning of combat on your turn, up to 1 target creature gains first strike and vigilance until end of turn. human citizen. When this creature enters, choose 1, put 1/1 on up to 2 target creatures, or return target creature with mana value 2 or less from your graveyard to your hand. White has a few things like that. Reach, whenever Warden of the Silver Web summon becomes tapped, you may discard a card. If you do, draw a card. Flying and Vigilance, when this creature attacks, mill a card. These are still just commons. I don't have a lot in this set, and that's why so many of these are new. When this creature enters, target creature you control connives. To have a creature connive, draw a card, then discard a card. If you discarded a non-land card, you get a 1/1 token out of it. This spell costs 1 less to cast if it targets a spider. Target creature gets +4/+4. For 2, that's not too shabby. 3, counter target spell, and or tap 1 or 2 target creatures. I kind of like that. Draw 2 cards. Vex spots. Whenever another villain you control enters, put a +1/+1 counter on this creature. This ability triggers only once per turn. Equipped creature gets +2/+2 and is a spider hero. Flying. Whenever this attacks, other villains you control gain flying until end of turn. For 6, I'm not sure. When this enters, return up to 1 target non-land permanent to its owner's hand. Blue can slow down. I kind of like that because for 3 you get a 2/2 and you get to slow them down around almost. Because if on round 3 you can, yeah, I just undid your round 3. This spell costs 2 less to cast if you control a permanent with mana value 4 or more. 1 or 2 target creatures you control get +1/+0 until end of turn. They each deal damage equal to their power to target creature an opponent controls. That's not actually too shabby in my opinion. For 4, or you can get it out for 2 if it targets something big. If you control something that has mana value 4 or greater. When Generous Betty Ray enters, put a +1/+1 counter on another target creature. When she attacks, target modified creature you control gains lifelink until end of turn. So as long as it has a counter, it's considered modified, or anything you can give it. Destroy target attacking or blocking creature. There's a few in white, and I'm pretty sure that they're all for 2. I was thinking about what that was in... It's like Elspeth's Smite that does the exact same thing for 2. Olix, Mouth of the Many Eyes. You may look at the top card of your library at any time. You may cast spider spells and non-creature spells from the top of your library. Whenever you attack, you may mill a card. That could be huge. It's a legendary creature. Reality Fulcrum. When this artifact enters, exile the top 2 cards to your library. Until the end of your next turn, you may play those cards. Tap, add 2 mana in any combination of colors. Spend this mana only to cast spells from exile. That works well with like a Warpin deck, or I could see how you could make something out of that. Kreza, the Swarm as 1. Riot. A creature with Riot enters the battlefield with your choice of a +1/+1 counter or haste. Other spiders you control also have Riot. Spells and abilities can't be countered. Damage can't be prevented. Yeah, that's pretty big for 2 on red nonetheless, because that's like an anti-counter deck and anti-damage prevention. I don't know. A Multiversal Passage, glad to see it. I have a Trail of Teacups and a Mythic wildcard, which I am happy for. So, yeah. With that, I got 1 mythic, 2 rares, I think 4 uncommons, and then only like 2 commons, but I'm very happy with that. And yeah, look forward to spending some tokens in the future.